Have you ever wanted to do something but felt this incredible resistance, as though your body just refuses to listen to you? You might have pending assignments, an exam coming up, or a big presentation at work, yet you just cannot get yourself going. Instead, you find yourself doom scrolling and binge watching videos. Look, this might come as a shock to you, but procrastination is not the problem. Procrastination is just a symptom. Imagine you had a kidney infection and your kidney was no longer able to function properly, so you developed a fever. But what you do is that you keep popping pills to fix your fever without ever addressing the root cause of your fever. This is exactly how most people try to deal with procrastination. They tend to think that if only they learned about the right 5-minute hack, they would probably beat procrastination forever. But the truth is that unless you address the root cause of your procrastination, you will never truly beat it. I have been a serial procrastinator for 15 plus years of my life. After overcoming procrastination in my own life and helping hundreds of people beat procrastination, I have come up with the 5 most common root causes of procrastination. So let's get right into it. Back when I was a major procrastinator, starting anything productive felt incredibly challenging. One of the reasons was because I was living my life without a plan. I would wake up at random times, did not really have any specific set of tasks to do that day. And when you're caught up in this space of not knowing what to do, then you tend to do things that give you immediate short-term pleasure. So the biggest change that I made to my life was that I started following a more structured way of living. I now wrote down all the things that I would like to do that day with the specific times at which I would do them. What I came to realize is that when you have the specific time noted down, then you are much more mentally prepared for that thing. So it takes far less effort to actually begin that thing. Here's a pro tip about structuring your day. Make sure that you have a structure that is not too overwhelming. Start with just 3 to 4 activities on your routine. What's going to happen is that after a couple of weeks of following your routine, doing those 3 to 4 activities is going to feel automated and effortless because they would have become part of your identity. Once you have reached this stage, then you can either increase the intensity of these activities, or you can add a few more things to your routine. Just using this routine-based identity building model, I went from working barely 30 minutes a day to now working for over 4 hours a day. But remember to take it slow at first so you don't get overwhelmed. In the past, the very first thing that I would do each morning was to check my notifications and scroll through Instagram. And as soon as I did that, it was game over. It became impossible to do anything productive after that. Your mornings pretty much set the benchmark for the rest of the day. If you started your morning by giving yourself free pleasure without putting in any effort, that is what your body expects the day to look like. What I do now is that I schedule something productive to be done as soon as I wake up. Literally just me getting out of bed without even washing my face or brushing my teeth. For me, this task used to be studying programming for 30 minutes. And I kid you not, this habit of starting your day with something productive changed the course of my entire day. I now felt like I had started the day with a win, and the rest of the day felt far more productive. Just make sure that the fun activities only begin once you have checked off 3 to 4 crucial activities in your routine. This way you don't feel guilty when you do these fun activities. And also, this bit of downtime helps you rejuvenate for the next day. One of the biggest reasons why I used to procrastinate was because I just felt tired and unmotivated when it was time to work. But I would get super energetic and would feel like my brain is working overtime right when I would try to fall asleep. Turns out that your body has a clock of its own, and this circadian rhythm dictates when you're supposed to feel super energetic and active and when you're supposed to feel tired and sleepy. But the problem was my biological clock was showing the wrong time. I was tired and lazy when I wasn't supposed to be. I knew that if I truly wanted to overcome procrastination, I needed to fix my circadian rhythm. The first thing that I did was I started getting sunlight early in the morning. As soon as I would wake up and be done with the first task in my routine, I would go out for a quick 10-15 minute walk just to soak in some sunlight. This signals the body that hey, the sun is out, time to get ready for action. Then throughout the early parts of the day, I would make sure that my room is well lit and not like a dark dungeon. Since light can wake you up, the absence of light can make you feel sleepy. So about 2 hours before bedtime, I would dim all the lights in my room, and this would get me feeling relaxed. In the past, I used to snack all day round at random times. Whatever came to my hand, I would just eat it. But studies have shown that eating meals at fixed times each day is necessary for a robust circadian rhythm. So these days I do intermittent fasting. I eat nothing for 16 hours and then I eat 2 large meals in an 8-hour window. Just following these 2 protocols for optimizing your circadian rhythm have done wonders for my energy levels. And once your energy levels are top notch, then you just don't feel like procrastinating. Back when I was a serial procrastinator, my world was filled with things that gave me excessive dopamine. Doom scrolling, playing video games, binge watching shows. What I realized was that when I was addicted to these behaviors, I found most productive things boring. That was a major reason why I would put them off. My brain was used to far greater stimulation. So what I've done now is I have removed all sources of excessive stimulation from my life. The most interesting part of my day has to be the work that I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie, this change actually took some time for my body to get used to. But after a couple of weeks, I started finding my work interesting again. Another cool thing that happened was that I stopped finding scrolling or playing video games as fun anymore, because I had now experienced the pleasure of doing hard work. And once you experience this pleasure of doing hard work, you're never going to want to go back to the life of a procrastinator. But the biggest benefit of quitting instant pleasure was to my attention span. When you're scrolling through short form content, then you are training your brain to only be able to focus for 20 seconds before finding something new. And this ruins your ability to focus. And once your attention span is messed up, then you naturally do not enjoy things that require focus and you end up procrastinating them. After quitting doom scrolling for a couple of weeks, I went from barely being able to focus for 20 minutes to now being able to focus for 4 hours. In the past, I used to think of fast food as something that can make you fat. So it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Especially for me, because I was a skinny teenager and I wanted to put on some size. So I would go around munching on chips, soda, fast food. But what no one told me was the impact that fast food has on your mental health. Processed food is filled with dozens of unnatural ingredients. And once they get into your system, your body has a really hard time digesting them. And this makes you lethargic, sleepy, and depressed. Secondly, all these unnatural ingredients cause inflammation in your brain. This feeling when you're just confused, things are not clear, you're reading the same page of the book over and over again, yet nothing is registered in your head. This is brain fog, and this is very likely due to your diet. Quitting processed food was one of the best decisions that I made in my life. Once you stop eating like a child and putting random things in your mouth, then your energy levels are going to increase, your brain fog is going to go away, your mood is going to be better, and naturally you would feel like doing productive things. Eliminating the root causes is going to help you build a strong foundation to beat procrastination. But sometimes procrastination is not caused by poor health, but rather it is a mental block. So make sure that you watch this video to learn how to overcome this mental block.